Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of my Warframe podcast, where I talk about the hidden lore of the Warframe universe. Before I begin, I'd like to point out that the images and gameplay you see in the video are not representative of what I speak about, but merely gives you something to watch. Please feel free to tab over if you would like to, as all you need to do is listen. In today's episode, we will discuss the secrets of the Orokin. First on the list is the Flesh Wall from the new Plains of Eidolon. The Orokin would hunt the flesh towers for both nutrients and sport, often capturing the young. The young flesh walls were forced to compete in death matches for the Orokin's entertainment. Sad as this was, it served an important purpose. It prevented the flesh towers from overpopulating. You see, each tower could give birth to dozens of walls a day. If left unchecked, these flesh walls would grow into flesh towers and eventually cover a world. In the beginning of the Plains of Eidolon gameplay, we see the current-day population of this world stripping the young flesh walls from their parent flesh tower and subsequently removing the meat from the wall for later consumption. Next, we will discuss the role the Orokin played in everyday life. The Orokin reigned over everyone, often abducting children for mysterious reasons. We would later learn the reason was theater. The Orokin loved theater but could not themselves participate. So they would abduct these children and force them to reenact ancient plays such as Hamilton and Cats for the entertainment of their golden gods. Little did the Orokin know, all this acting was imbuing the children with godlike powers. The smallest of the children, the ones who sang in tenor, would later become the Tenno. When the Tenno uprising began, the Orokin tried to cover their ears from the screeching of the child horde, but were ultimately defeated. For the last topic of this episode, we will discuss Orokin culture, specifically their fascination with the fetishes of their ancestors. During an excavation of old Earth centuries ago, the Orokin found a data cache left behind by the users of a network called Fur Affinity. Upon viewing the artwork of their ancestors, the Orokin found themselves obsessed. Humanoid dogs walked the land, frequently yiffing one another. Behind closed doors, these man-beasts would inflate one another either with their ejaculate or by being swallowed whole, a process referred to as vor. The Orokin viewed the inflation in a similar manner to what happens when they drink kuva. A new type of kuva was created with the intent of making Orokin larger, capable of both voring one another. The Orokin obsession with inflation would carry over to the Grineer, as evidenced by the kuva guards. This was only a brief summary of the Orokin, but I hope it gave some insight into this mysterious people. Thank you for joining me on this adventure, and I hope you enjoyed yourselves. Until next time, Tenno.